back to my channel. This is a continuation video which you will find in a list advanced troubleshooting for checkpoint firewall IPS. So this is the second video on that. In my previous video, I was actually not able to get uh, the files to my PC. That's why I uh, created another video to show you those files which we generated for the IPS attacks. Uh, so you remember with my last video, I have generated this IPS underscore attack file. I just took that file into my PC and I have just opened this file. And you remember I have performed the attacks from this IP address. This was the source of the source IP, which we put it like a attack IP address, and from that we have run the uh, uh, sports scan with the bot, what we call it, uh, the it's like the sending the uh, scans or the performing the port scanning with respect to different ports. We perform that from this IP address, like a honeypot. So here, if I come and I search this IP address, I have those IP address entries. Let me go a little bit down to see if I have some interesting entries for our attacks. Uh, yeah, so as I told you, like we have initiated the scan over port 65000. So this was the entry for that. Uh, if you can see, uh, initializing the connection for this. So this is what we have delivered, like this IP. From this IP address, we targeted this IP address with this port, and you can see rest of the things. How that process with the IPS. So this connection got stored into the connection table, and executing a new template handler for the static application, and then the details. App max passive connection details. So all the things like a packet processing was happen on that. This is how the IPS grabs the details. It is little bit deep level, so you have to learn these concepts for the IPS things. I'm trying to see if we can see some interesting things like, the traffic is get dropped, accepted, whatever happened with that. From a CLI perspective, if we can see that. Some more I can see the processing on the traffic, but I don't see anything like a drop or anything. You can see from the smart console if this details, I mean, if it's get dropped or there is a connection. I don't think so. I can able to log into the uh, smart console now because my IPs got changed. I have to change the IP for let me see if I can to quickly show you that stuff. I hope I can log in. If not, I have to do the IPs arrangement. Unable to connect. Let me check my what I have here. So basically, I specified as a host only. This is page. Let me make it like breach for now. And let's try to connect again. Hope this time I can connect. Okay, it's getting connected. Meanwhile, let's see what we can get here from this file. This is the last entry, but I don't see any drop there. Let me quickly check here. Let's go to the logs and monitoring. And from the logs, let's check the IPS with the source 192.168 at 1.21. I don't think so we have any traffic here, or we can see anything here. Why not? But we can see on the file. I don't know, it takes time to update the details because I have observed that I don't have a valid license file or a contract file for this. Maybe due to that. Uh, not sure, not 100% sure, uh, but I am not able to get the details on time. That is what I'm observing. If I filter the IP address, I have this in trace, which is TCP high port on this, but it is not recognized as anything like a port scan or some sort of attacks. That's why I think we are not able to see on the IPS tab. Anyhow, guys, this is how we can, do the troubleshooting for the IPS. I don't have a real time environment where I can give you the perfect outputs. But if even if you perform these steps in a real-time environment, you will be getting a desired and perfect output. Because of this lab, the VM environment and the things are like not licensed the way it should be. That's why we are not getting all those details, but this is how you can perform the steps, and you can refer this video for your day-to-day life troubleshooting for the IPS. So guys, thanks for watching this video and have a wonderful